Nigerian woman drags her husband before her pastor and church members for being unromantic and for his dirty habit. Now, according to her husband has her husband has never kissed her since they got married. So she also mentioned that he has persistently become so dirty that he stays a week without taking a shower. Ooh.
Why are you looking? Why?
Anyways, we need to hear the woman say it, and we need to see the facial reaction of that man and even the pastor. Sometimes I'm like, people have mind though. You said this before church and the pastor. It's not like you took the pastor to one side though. You said it in church.
Anyway, I feel for pastors a lot. Yeah. TK. No, I'm not calling you pastor. I just said TK. I know you are.
Cat is out of the bag again.
Let's watch the video.
Let's watch the video. I'll be right back. Okay, all right, welcome back. Well, Pastor, you already said you watched that. Oh my word, I just did that.
It's fine. It's well.
Okay, TK, you're in that already. I don't even know if I used to pity people. So, like, should I say that? You guys are doing a great job. I don't know
let me just dive into. Let me first start with the fact that, you see, I think the pastor is enjoying it. I mean, I think he's encouraging it. I think it's not right. Because there are some things you leave private. You don't come publicly to grade your spouse. Either it's from the man or from the woman. I don't think the things we just had now, I don't think it's for public consumption. I think it's something that shall happen between husband and wife, probably with a counselor. It could be your pastor, everybody, but even something you open up to the full church for everybody to. Now, if the man changes tomorrow, I'm going to come here and tell everybody he has changed. How do you think people will view him? How will you be happy to see that people are viewing him as a dirty man and he's your husband? So the aftermath of what happened there, I don't think very positive. And I'm doing that. If you shame the person on a particular issue, the person can, though he feels it is good to change, then decide not to change because you've shamed him. So you cannot use this to make me change. So I don't think that was right. Number two, about the issue of course you can't be dirty. You have to be clean. Cleanliness also provokes this romance. So you can't afford to be dirty. I mean, both sides. You smell nice. You know, I even tell you, man, look, you're going to bed at night, spray something on your body to smell nice. You get, as a man too, good. I mean, in my own house, you dare not even sleep at night without beating. My wife will. She doesn't care how deep your sleep is. You have to go to bed at night before you sleep. Now, you can't sleep on a wrinkled bed. No matter how deep you have slept, she will wake you up, then you stand up and raise the bed. But even though I just see that, look, the bed doesn't impact my sleep. I mean, I sleep.
They give you body aches actually when you have a wrinkled bed. Is
that proven?
Exactly. Yeah, no, it is. They will tell you, especially for sick people, they can allow you sleep on the bed where the bedspread is big. It gives body pains.
The bedspread.
If your bedspread is wrinkled, it gives you body pain. Okay. Like your body aches.
Now, it's good to be romantic, and for men who don't know that a man can move from this level to this level in 5 seconds. But for a woman, it's a gradual process. So you have to be patient. You have to know the things to do. I like to tell people that I talk to about the issue of being romantic. Look, you want to go to Jerusalem at night. You begin the journey from morning. You begin to create that, get your visa, apply for your visa, get into the flights, go around in Jerusalem at night. Tell her, but for a man can wake up now, not have the intention of traveling to Jerusalem. And just in the next 5 seconds, it's already Jerusalem. He doesn't care. So, but for the woman, it's a long journey. It's a very long journey. So, exactly, she has to arrange her toothbrush. All those things takes time. So, as a man, you have to understand that it takes time. You can try to speed up issues. Yeah, you can speed up the thing. Yeah, if you need advice on that, just let me know. You can speed up the process, but you have to be romantic. And for a man, it's an act. For a woman, it's deeper than that. It's about connection. Hey, you see a woman, this is the point that you're about to pass through immigration to Jerusalem. That you say, look, hold on, you did something that was bad to me yesterday. Let's resolve that matter before immigration will allow you go through. Because to them it's not just an act. It's about connection. So you have to be romantic. Look, romance is an integral part of your marriage. Look, I've been pastoring for 11 years now, and I've seen people even older than me in ministry say this, that there are 2 major issues that cause conflict in marriage: money and sex. So you can't be too spiritual or too religious not to do that. And again, men, don't be self-centered. Too many good. I know there are young people probably are watching us, but don't be self-centered. In this act of sex, your partner must be your focus. Vice versa.
It's not just about you.
Yes, you must focus on, okay, how do I? Because if you don't do that as a man, your spouse will have this wrong notion about that act of sex. She won't look forward to it because she never gets there. You get there and come down and you are done. So over time, she doesn't like. She sees that as work. But if you understand the act, and there's nothing saying that you can't attend conferences or even that I'm way against pornography. But I know you can learn the acts. There are books available.
Of course, you can
learn it on the act of being romantic. Please, it is part and parcel of what will save your marriage.
Okay, all right. So we have to hear from Abiodun. Okay, with that, trust me, I'm someone that likes to use my Google. While we're talking about the rumple brush, we're here to educate the public too. So I had to Google very quickly, and I said, rumple brush, what does it cause to the body? Because I know medically there's something it does to the body. So it causes skin irritation or rashes, distress, fatigue, circulation issues, and hygiene concerns. So I just know we have to put that out there.
But no body pain.
No body pain. That's what I had to Google because it wasn't even sounding right to me. Anyways, Abiodun, what do you say? And you mentioned something I just want to say, add to that. Now, there are some persons, like you said, if you correct them, they will never change. They will just decide to change. I wanted to agree with that because I've seen people whereby you probably maybe somebody by anger or whatever says to try to correct them publicly, and at that point you will think maybe that would even make them change. Like you've been saying it subtly, change now. But you're not trying to say it out there in public, maybe thinking the person will change. You find out that just when you're turning your back, the person is doing that same thing again.
Because you don't understand that one of the things that we fight about people is ego. One of the things that makes you human is your ego. When you crush somebody's ego publicly, he will give you that trophy. But he knows that if I change, he say, so he wouldn't want to give you that trophy. So you know what? I know that this part of the I will keep doing it. So they prove you wrong that you can't crush my ego openly. So as not that woman that just did, you also crush the ego of that man. So why don't you prepare the bath water? That's public. So that's public.
In the way the man facial expression, he didn't care.
Because he will continue to do that.
Yes, please. Abiodun.
That's all.
I've not seen the full video, so I don't know how it all went. But as I'm thinking about it. How did they get to the point where the man does not have his bath for 5 days? Was he always like that? Could the man be protesting against something? Is it that man has gotten to the point where, okay, he also doesn't care about this woman anymore? Perhaps because of some things he's been complaining about, that she has refused to change.
That's why he decides to smell around the house.
Because if somebody would get to a point where he feels comfortable to not have his bath for 5 days, and you are married and you have a wife, I don't know if you have children, for 5 days in the house, you know what it takes, what it means not to have your bath 1 day, and then you are talking 5 days? Is it possible? I don't know. Like I said, I just say it is very possible that we wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So maybe in Lagos, maybe this man is protesting or something. Is it that this? Again, like I said, I've not seen the full video. Maybe asking questions. Is it possible that this man is protesting against?
What kind of man protest that you will slow to yourself now? What kind of protest? I want to ask very possible. What's the protesting for?
No, you don't know what the protesting for. There are many ways that different people express anger, express dissatisfaction, express displeasure about certain things or about issues. Now, like I said, I'll go back to it again. I have not seen the full video, so I don't know if there was a time the man said his own bit of whatever it is. I don't know. But I am only asking, what could make a man get to the point where he feels comfortable not to have his bath for 5 days?
I just look at it as
but do you, I think that
you said something. You said, and the man was just there, was just looking, unconcerned. Now, what will make a woman bring her husband, to their pastor in front of the whole church, and the woman is saying these kind of things, and the man is just there looking at it? Okay, let me. So how would the man get to the? No, I don't think so.
Because you want to. I've been in that shoe before, and I won't say that I'm a perfect man. I've been a very funny man. Or things are changing, things change and I'll keep changing. If you want to hurt your life on something, you don't do what will impact other aspects of your life. For example, if I want to hurt my wife now, like maybe she had really offended me and I want to hurt my wife, then not now. Maybe I will not eat her food. Maybe she will prepare the food and say, look, I'm full, I'm okay. Maybe I will not talk to her. Maybe I just keep to myself. Now, what I'm doing is aims specifically to I alone. If I don't have my bath, I don't shower. It's not only my wife that I will smell. I will smell to my customer at work. I will smell to the person that sits next to me. So when a man is protesting against his wife, he does things that only the wife feels the impact.
So that's what
I don't think not showering.
Because you're going to work, definitely you're going to go out. You're not brushing your mouth on him.
Now, again, I will still try to say it that I didn't hear him, so I don't know. I am only postulating. Now, not showering means that if you like, cry for mountain tomorrow. You know, since I never shower, you know I've not had a bath in 5 days. So you want to do, they are doing it. So you know what you movie. They are doing. When the woman said that, you just say, open, you open. You call me, you enter. There was no romance. So they are having the deed, they are doing the deed. Now, if they are still doing without having bath in 5 days, that woman said, cry. If I be a woman, I don't go 5 days.
I really would have loved to know in your mind when you're thinking that you might be protesting about. That
mentioned something that anytime the husband enters the house, don't take more anything that she always remember it. Probably someone something with the water. This guy is doing that. What happened to this? Why is it so like this? Maybe the man doesn't like how he talk about it.
So that's why I said, that's why I also said that. Is that how the man has always been from the beginning of the man? If people are happened along the way for a man to decide, okay, for 5 days, I won't have my bath.
Oh my.
You say you didn't have one now. No, he says he's a god.
Yes, so he wasn't
She's a got married, doesn't blush. She don't kiss, she's married.
I don't want to hear this story.
I just know.
There are dirty men out there.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
There are dirty men out there.
He could be having his bath because he knows the lady likes it. He needs to be clean because of her, or maybe when he's going to visit her, he has his bath, or when she's coming to visit him, he has his bath. But now they are married, he's like, she's my wife, so I can't go to
This is luxury.
Yeah.
This is luxury. It's not big deal.
I don't know. Maybe it should not even be in Nigeria, because outside the country, a lot of people have it.
Just clean areas and
just clean the necessary areas. You run on a perfume and
Okay, so my question on this story, before we round up on this story, is it right that she took him to the
and I think the pastor too is not helping matters. Yes, the pastor is encouraging it, and I think it's not nice because it will not solve matters.
I think the pastor likes
he enjoys, and people laughing and having fun. I think it's not right.
Let me just tell you, even the woman coming out to complain, you see, I'm not saying he's cheating. There are some women that will still go after a man like that. So if you like complain from now to tomorrow, if the pastor and you don't do what pastor already come there. If you don't do the right thing, there are some women, your poison is their food. So let's just be careful, protect our own. I don't think putting it out there is the right thing to do. Let me read one message rather, then we have Jane go. Take us to the next topic. This one says it wasn't right for the woman to publicly disgrace her husband.
Exactly.
Even if she needed someone to talk to her husband, she could have just called the pastor privately, which is exactly what we've been saying.
I'm just saying that I think the pastor is encouraging it. Because this is the first time I've seen other videos like that, of wives saying something about the husband. No, I don't think it's right.
No, it's not right. It's not at all. Well, Jay, let's go to the next story.
Alright, our next story is Lady Church 3 million naira per half of prostitution. Here, Sadie opens up about her past and charge 3 million per session in world radio interviews, social media involving over a shocking clip for Wazobia FM featuring controversial media personality Priscilla Sadie, who made Josie a candid radio conversation about her sex life, past earnings and journey towards celibacy. The interview, which has soon gone viral to a chaotic turn when Priscilla, without reminding words, confessed her body counts and drum part 500. Laughing at the reaction in the studio, she told listeners to ignore the shock value, saying, I think we have the video.
We have the video,
Let us go watch the video back.
Why are you panning the camera to me? What do you want me to say? Pastor, I'm just going to leave it to you.
Well, I'm not saying it okay. Look, we need to be careful. And we may think that this is fun to hear. Like, one article in the Bible that says that we already know. It means that we will have fun watching a mad person, but we don't even have a mad person as a child. This is madness going on. And unfortunately, our society is beginning to accommodate it. We should shame people like this. No, we should. Is it the kind of thing that our young people will listen to? So we will confident enough. I'm not saying that life happens, you do things that are wrong, but that one is not even feeling about it. She's even bragging it.
No.
Human being 500. Even you wait on mine for 10 years, that has only one body count. I can't think I've done that without one body count. 500. How many days do you have in a week? In a month? In a year? 365, I mean. You don't remind me that we're having that every day.
And then, sorry to cut you in. The annoying part is she got her parents involved when she said, mom and dad stop watching Wazobia because it counts 1 past 500. she's a shame to her parents.
No, a shame to this wonderful gender called woman. That I will say up here, that is extremely shameful. There are things that we do that we are not proud of. We do that, we all make errors in our life. We do things that life makes us do them. But to come on air and say it, and there's no remorse, and you're really having about it, and now it's becoming normal. Something about it is beginning to getting warm towards things like that. So when we hear them, it's no longer a big deal. It's a shame. Mother, I don't know your name. It's a shame. Shame on you. Sorry to say that on here, but that is shameful. And I don't want anyone I know to get close to you or watch any video you do, because this is shameful.
He has spoken. It's shameful.
Yes, TK has already said it. But I think that I would like to have something is, this is a media house. Media houses, you need to help our generation. Yes. Now we understand that there is internet and nobody really has control in that space. But when you come to spaces where there's a bit of control, media houses really need to be careful the kind of things they project, the kind of people they bring on their shows. And if you have to make disclaimers when people say things like this, they throw things like this out there, the host of the show, maybe just, our views, not that we're encouraging this, things like that, so that you protect the integrity of your station, and then you are in a way telling the public that you stand for what is right,
that this is not right.
I think media houses need to begin to, be circumspect in those areas. But I don't know.
Can't you see the guy anchor? He was leading her on those questions. Look, I'm saying that people have their past. I have my past. You can go digger. I have my past. But I will not come on here to dignify that past. If I come on here to talk about my past, I'm talking about guys that have made this error. These are the things that I lost by making this error. Yes, we understand. It's like the angle of these are the things I have done. But I regret doing them. They are not okay. You understand? But you can't
you're proud about it.
Even they're not cut off that 30 seconds and throw it everywhere. And our children, our young ones, will look at it.
And I'm sure we didn't watch the whole video, so we don't even know how that interview ended. I would have known if she was actually chastised or she was, spoken to her.
So to say this, our young girls are doing the young people nowadays sees their body as assets. Your brain is your assets, your vision.
Get things like use what you have
to get what you want. Exactly.
Because then they are not talking about anything other than their body.
We can't entirely blame it on the ladies, because the men also tend to always do that. Sometimes you want a job, you want to help, you want something, they will tell you what do you have to give to them. So even when your talent, your success, what you viewed yourself to be is smart. Even when you're smart, they don't even take it from you. They tell you, I know you're smart, you could get this job, but what can you offer me? So if they keep going to every angle, nook and corner and trying to get the job, but this is all they hear, they end up giving in, because some people don't even have the strength to fight off this pressure.
I agree and I disagree. Now, I in marketing, when you have a product, it is not the buyer don't have much say on the product than the seller. If I come to you and say, look, this phone is 10 billion naira, you either take it or you leave it. You can say, no, in the market is just 1 million naira. Well, go. But this is my product. I am the seller. I am the determinant of what I want to sell. So if, as a woman, if you know your body is not on the market in the first instance, no matter who the person is, and say, come, I want to buy your body for that job, I want to buy it and pay with the job. I want to buy it and pay with money. I want to buy it and pay with fame. Excuse me, what is everyone in the market?
So what I'm trying to say is there's some pressure. I don't know if you've seen this movie Straw. Have you seen Straw by Tyler Perry?
No.
Okay. Now at first she's a single mother, she handles all the pressure that comes with her. But you see, a particular day came and the pressure made her lose sanity. At that point, like she didn't know what was going on, but she just knew she's in control. The only thing is she wanted her daughter to be able to feed for that day because her daughter was always mocked, and she's asthmatic. That her daughter is asthmatic. So let me just cut it into it now. At the start, she was thrown out of the house that same day. She went to a job, to attend to her work. And while she was there, so in the movie, she needed to stand in for someone. She got a call from school that the daughter is not eating, they're mocking her, and she needs to come to the school. So she begged the manager, please. The manager said, okay, I'm giving you 30 minutes, sort it out and come back. Now she was going there. She got there quite even late. You understand? But she was able to meet them and what they call them, child care person. They had to, social care worker, they had to take the child away from her because they saw a child having marks. And she was like, no, she's asthmatic. So she didn't have her drugs close to her. So she fell in the bathtub and had that mark. But no, they took her child away. Now remember, she went home. Now going home, she saw that they've taken all her things out and it was raining. While at that, going back to her job now. A police officer, we didn't even know is a police officer, she overtook, scratched her car, and because of that, they had to cut her a ticket, and the man threatened her, and they had to tow her car, so she had to get back to work. 2 hours later, she lost her job. So she went, now coming back again to get her check. There was a robbery right where she was trying to get her check from the man. Now you see, and now the manager had to pin the robbery on her and say no, it's because she came to get her check. That's why she called people to come and rob, make it look as if they were coming to rob. So all of that, at that point, she had to fight for herself, got the gun from the thief, killed the robber, and when the boss started calling the police, I'm like, you're going to rot in jail. You are the one that called the robbers and all of that. Because she has lost everything, she just shot the man and took her check. The money was right there on the table, but she took her check, went to the bank. The teller lady was not attending to her pretty fast, and she brought the gun out. They're like, please just attend to my check. So out of fear, the cashier was bringing out all the money. She said, no, I don't want all this money. I just need my $512. I just need 40 to give to my child. That was all in her head. But you could see everything. She bowed to pressure at the end. So I am saying that sometimes you would end up bowing to pressure.
So are you saying to me on air that it's now you just picture now that 90% of our women out there who do this thing?
No.
So you're giving me a very extreme scenario. I'm saying that I'm not trying to shame. I'm not that God knows that this is not what I'm trying to do here. Any man that forces a woman to surrender her body is a shame to the man, to our gender. And I'm saying that our ladies should know that their body is not on the market.
True.
You should know that in bargaining my way through life, my body is not part of the assets to bargain myself through. Okay. What I'm saying.
Okay, TK. We have agreed on that. Women should know that their body is
not for sale.
What about the men paying her 3 million naira to sleep? I don't get it. 3 million naira to sleep with one woman?
You're angry.
I am angry. So I'm asking you, is it right for a man to pay to a woman?
Listen,
those who are paying and the person who is asking to be.
We've already dealt with
it goes both ways. That it is wrong. What is wrong is wrong. Some time ago, I wrote a piece about HR management. Your conduct job interviews, and people come in and then just like she's saying, and then you are asking, okay, yes, you are talented, you are qualified for the job, but if you really want the job, it is my call. I will be the one to recommend you to the MD, and whatever I say is what the MD will approve. And then, of course, that is wrong for somebody in a position to take advantage of his position, and then use that, to take advantage of people. It is wrong. And then, of course, I'm also an actor, and I have to say this. I've gone also from being an actor into producing, and I know that in this sector, if it's something that is rampant, directors take advantage of.
Actually, saying that.
Take advantage. I can talk to you start that night, and then we do those things in front of these girls. But again, I still want to lean a little bit to what you can say. You are the one who is faced with this. People are making these offers to you. You have the right to have a choice to either accept or not accept. At the end of the day, it's your call. People will, it is offer and acceptance. People will offer you, you want to become a star, I have the power to make you a star. Then give me your body. You can either accept
and you know, some people go out to handle pressure that level of pressure that somebody can go through, so you just take up something.
Anyway, like you said, for me, it's 50-50. Paying 3 million to sleep with a woman and the woman taking the 3 million is very annoying altogether. It's wrong.
Let us go to the drawing board. Our value system in this country needs to be back on board.
Okay, now you are mentioning 3
Just
million
1 second.
There are people paying 50,000 naira. There are people paying 20,000 naira. So let's talk about the
there are people paying 20 million to watch dog sleep with human being. They watch, they don't even act. They sit and watch dogs. And then when you go, let's go.
Should I even tell you that you're also 1.5?
But we are particular about the woman that not
we are saying a no to it, so I want us to get that message.
Capital
no. So we're not in support of it, but we're just analyzing deeply, and obviously it's from both parties, to be honest, both the men and the women. We just need to I don't know what to say. Maybe mind up. Is it mind up? It's valuable to yourself. Yes. Oh, last message before we go. This will say some people have lost their sense as humans. She has. I'm just kidding. Anyways, this is the end of the show. We have to. We have few seconds to actually go. So I'm just going to say very fast. Thank you so much, TK, for being on the show. Thank you so much, Abiodun, for being on the show. Thank you all our viewers and our callers. Apologies, I could not begin a call. It was hot today, just as yesterday. So let's start with Jane. Jane, sign out. She signs out, and I sign out.
It's been an amazing time here in the studio, and you just learn a lot of things, and then you know that as the lady, you have to add values to yourself. For the lady that they let's add values to ourselves. Let's be careful what we do. Let's be careful who we take advice from. Let's go and just think about our life. Let's be serious and avoid bad advice.
Good.
Just
Okay, sir.
If they don't know to 3 million.